It's Monday the 18th of January and we're outside the Community Media Hub here in the Reference Library, and we're joined by Simon Parker from Leicester Libraries and Ken Mwumba, who is the editor of Hat News and Ewelin. How are you guys?
Fine, John, thanks.
Good. Now, you've both been working on your mini project that you have to submit for Amplified Leicester. So can you tell us a little bit about that?
Yeah, we're thinking of doing a geo-mapping project of organisations, providers and agencies that help asylum seekers, refugees and immigrants coming to Leicester, and especially those groups whose first language isn't English. So it'll be more like a visual journeys between each of the organisations that will be available to each of those organisations through hopefully Flickr, YouTube or whatever, whichever we decide to use. So people will be easily able to track going from one agency to the other agency, and hopefully at the end of those journeys we'll get the agencies involved to actually give a brief description of their services, what they do, what they don't do, because often there's some confusion. And so it'll make it easier for everybody to know where to go for what specific service.
Now, what I like about this idea is I remember we've talked in the past about sort of some of the stuff that some of our colleagues have done in the Community Media Hub about travel training for people with learning disabilities, going and taking visual images of landmarks like the clock tower and stuff, and what bus to get on, and the photographs and stuff like that. The great thing I like about this is not only is it something useful, but it's very, very practical for people to be able to do because it's very visual. I mean, are you hoping that this could then be developed on Hat News into other concepts for travel and information services?
That's the kind of idea. It's for us, it's a long-term kind of project. Although we will have something ready within the time frame of the project, but we hope there is going to be work on that to develop and design these geomapping for other services and other users, as you are rightly pointing out. And we hope to maintain close links with Citizens Eye in this particular respect. So it should be an ongoing project. And the other time Simon was talking about including immigrants, economic migrants and general immigrants, as it were, who have no idea of where certain services are within the city. So that should be an ongoing project, John.
Okay, can you tell me, guys, when are you looking to start the project?
Well, we can't start until mid-February, can we? 15th of February, I think, and it has to be completed for its presentation at the sort of Amplified Leicester sort of like finishing date for the project, which I think is the 15th of April. So, yeah, like Ken was saying, we're looking to make it a pilot project for delivering new ways of information. Like you said there, John, about people with learning disabilities, it could really also be applicable to people trying to access autism services, or for actually planning sort of like journeys for people with autism who respond to things visually rather than through other kinds of communication sometimes.
Now, I know you've been in there in the Community Media Hub. There's a couple of meetings going on, which is why we can't film you round the table. It's a bit too noisy. But have you decided what your first route will be that you're actually going to film from the reference library here?
Well, I think, Ken, what do you think?
We haven't really settled down. Remember the other time I was talking about having a mapping strategy so that we make sure all organizations and institutions are represented. So basically I think the starting point should be our geo-mapping of the community organizations and institutions that are involved in assisting immigrants, refugees and asylum seekers. And maybe we could work out which is our central position where we start from. It could be the clock tower, then maybe...
Yeah, or, logically the first sort of like provider organisations that's the closest to us would be Refugee Action. So in terms of direct services, I think that would be the sort of like...
And there's also Immigration
Advisory Service, various sort of...
Centre projects, quite close.
Centre project, yes. Welcome project. the various city council departments that are most relevant, you know, and stuff like that. So, yeah.
Brilliant. Well, thank you very much, guys, and good luck with your project.
Thank you, John.
Thank you, John.
Bye.